It can perhaps be said that the whole of human history on this planet Earth is a telling of one powerful story, the story of development. Human civilizations evolved and developed into thriving economic systems, first agrarian, then industrial, ever expanding on the back of accumulative growth in technological progress and know-how, which, as a corollary, supports every increasing global population. The very human needs and desires to consume, of course, grew beyond basic survival towards higher and higher standards of living, until we are today surrounded by modern contraptions and amenities. Relentless pursuit of development resembles an artifice of ever-increasing height, driven by ambitions and the spirit of ruthless competition that spares little thought to the exploitation and depletion of natural resources, nor to the ever-widening economic gaps and ensuing social discords. What we call development and progress turns out to be built on ever-weakening foundation. Dare we pause to ask ourselves, what will come of our very home, our very planet? Should we continue relentlessly on this path without thinking of the consequences to our children and the generations beyond? Mindful that humanity is at a critical juncture, the United Nations representatives came to agree on a set of 17 Sustainable Development Goals to focus the global developmental efforts over the next 15 years. Upon reflection, Thailand experienced firsthand the excruciating pain from the fallout of unsustainable economic development. Of course, we are referring to the Asian financial crisis of 1997. Looking back, it seems a blessing in disguise, for while the country was brought to the knees economically, it also rang out the much-needed wake-up call and brought forward thinkers and progressive policymakers alike to discover Thailand's hidden gem, that is, the philosophy of sufficiency economy. For the Sufficiency Economy philosophy, or SEP for short, not only presents us with a solution to a recovering economy, but indeed represents the requisite game-changing shift in humankind's mindset, one that will make social, economic, environmental sustainability in general, encapsulated in the 17 UN SDGs in particular, a reality. For while goal setting is necessary, it is by no means a sufficient condition for ensuring our sustainable future. For that, humanity has to make the critical transition, the major shift in perspectives and the way of life, the very pursuit of happiness, from the economics of exploitation to the economics of moderation, from the technology for dominance over nature to the technology of harmony with nature, from the pursuit of material abundance in life to the pursuit of contentment and purpose in life. The philosophy of sufficiency economy can be distilled into a set of working principles, which, to the first approximation, can be thought of as a set of criteria for good decision-making, economic policy-making, and developmental programs planning. Let's start with moderation. In the world of too much is not enough, sufficiency economy philosophy points out simply that moderation, not excess, is the key to success and genuine happiness. Moderation is not established by external constraints, namely by force of competitions or regulatory regimes. Moderation comes from within. In moderation lies the path to optimality. Not too much, not too little, but just right. When moderation guides and governs decision-making, goal-setting and performance assessment at individual, business enterprise, national and international levels, our aspirations will be consistent with social, economic, cultural, and environmental sustainability. Next, sufficiency economy philosophy points to reasonableness, the ability and mindfulness to recognize all things by their causal factors. In fact, the Thai word for reasonableness literally comes from joining the word for cause and the word for effect together, akin to the Occidental concept of causal nexus. As such, solving a problem means extinguishing its causation. To be sure, a single problem often implies multiple causes that exist along causal chains. Here, with moderation, one recognizes our own capacity to engage. Which causal factors can we eliminate? Which links in the causal chains can we interrupt? Hence, are within our mandate or responsibility. Likewise, good intention alone isn't enough. One must recognize the multiple impacts from our actions, directly intended or otherwise. For moderation and reasonableness, sufficiency economy philosophy then calls for prudence. Here, prudence is all about resilience and immunity building. That is, much like when medical vaccination programs safeguard our bodies against diseases by making sure our bodies can recognize and have a biological defense against dangerous pathogens should they arrive. Prudence goes beyond having a sound risk management program and prepares oneself against the worst-case scenario, where even the risk management mechanisms put in place fails. But the road from sufficiency economy philosophy ideals to our genuine sustainable future is a long, treacherous one. So, when it comes to actual implementation, aside from the triple principles of moderation, reasonableness, and prudence, sufficiency economy philosophy makes requisite two conditionalities, one regarding the knowledge and one in terms of necessary virtues. With respect to knowledge, of course, knowledge and know-how is prerequisite in all endeavors. That is not the point here. The point here is to exercise due care in specializing the body of knowledge to specific context of application. That is, mere possession of knowledge is not the point. It is not enough to know, but also to know, or rather be aware, the limit of one's knowledge, or at least the limit of applicability of one's know-how in any particular social, economic, cultural, environmental context, or the proper balance between application of academic versus experiential knowledge in specific locale, and so on. Likewise, with respect to virtues, this is not just about promoting good citizenry or ethical character in general. Here we are citing rather specific virtues that will ensure sufficiency economy philosophy brings about sustainable developmental goals and inclusive, equitable growth. First on the list is honesty, the essence of character that forms the basis of personal integrity and trust. Then come discipline, responsibility, as well as forbearance, grit, and determination. For taking the high road, being on the right path, doing the right thing takes commitment, as success is never immediate, nor without obstacles and adversaries. The good news is that these days, the force for good is growing in every sector, from agriculture to industry, business to government, public health to education, environmental protection to energy security. Progressive thinkers are coming around to the thinking and practice of sufficiency economy philosophy. Thailand's Sustainable Development Foundation thus furnishes a community forum, sort of a platform, open box, or share space for anyone and everyone with keen interest in sufficiency economy philosophy and the commitment to sustainable development to link up, share knowledge, and exchange experiences. The Foundation also supports all efforts to disseminate sufficiency economy philosophy thinking and practice in a wider circle of practitioners and policymakers alike, all in a combined effort by this generation of humanity to foster balanced, equitable, inclusive growth, as well as achieve global sustainable development in the years to come.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we wanna go to Kongpo. Okay, so what we will do there? Let's go. He have what area?
He have a pineapple.
Pineapple Garden นะคะ He follow the royal king Bhumibol Adulyadej. So we wanna look how he do like that. So let's go. Follow us. Okay, this is Port Suwang นะคะ Port Suwang Port Suwang right?
Yes.
Yeah, Port Suwang. We wanna know about you have Thai apple.
I follow. Why you don't wanna do another job? Why you do this job?
Because I want to follow. Can you teach us about Sufficiency Economy and philosophy?
Port Suwang, how long did go pineapple?
3 months.
3 months. How do you take care about this?
I put food and water.
Now we are in at catfish pool.
Okay, follow us.
Follow us.
Can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Okay, what are you doing?
Why you choose this job?
Actually, this is my compulsory work. I want to living in normal style. That follow the king philosophy, the royal Pumipun ada jadi.
Catfish.
5 months.
How do you feed it?
Morning and afternoon.
Okay, Pa. What we learn about today?
I learned about the king philosophy, catfish, pineapple, many things.
Yeah, it's so amazing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the philosophy, he teach us many things. Before I just study at the class, I just think like it's just so. But after I see right now by my eyes, it's so amazing.
Yes,
right?
I think too. Living like the philosophy, oh, so wow.
Yeah. So, oh my God, it's so wow. You know, we can do job, we can get money,
Yes.
many things. Maybe it's just little money, yeah.
Yeah.
But we can live that with that money.
Yes, and follow the king philosophy. Not important career, but can complementary works.
Yeah, I think so. So, I think you all guys have learning with us. So, thank you for watching and
Thank you.
nice to meet you all and see you. Bye. Action. Okay, this is Port Suwang นะคะ Port Suwang come here.
มึงตรงนี้ปะยุ่ง
Action. Port Suwang, Port Suwang, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Port Suwang. We wanna know about you have Thai
Pineapple.
apple garden. How you พูดอีกแล้ว